Have you finally decided to go get your Dragon Defender? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you the loot that I received from getting my Dragon Defender. Now, I'm not saying that this is absolutely amazing or anything, but I wanted to at least give you a little bit more motivation to go get your Dragon Defender, especially because it's one of the best mid-game melee offhand items in the entire game. So, highly recommend getting your Defenders as soon as you get 65 attack and 65 strength. You also do need 60 defense in order to wield your Dragon Defender as well, so keep that in mind. Don't be disappointed if you get the Dragon Defender and don't have 60 defense yet. Now you know going in that you need 60 defense. So for those of you guys that don't know how to get a Dragon Defender or Defenders in general, make sure you check out my quick guide on that. I went over literally everything you need to know. So I'm going to assume that you at least know how to get a Dragon Defender, and you know that there is a top floor where the Cyclopes are and a bottom floor like basement area where more higher level Cyclopes are, and they actually have different loot tables. So let's go ahead and take a look at the loot tables that we have. So for the top floor of the Warriors Guild, you're going to see that you're going to average 728 GP per Cyclops kill. That's on average. Now, most of that actually comes from big bones, which is really unfortunate. That's almost like 60% of your GP is going to come from big bones, so that's really unfortunate. You can get a bunch of steel and iron items. I'm not going to sit here and read them all out for you, but you also get a decent stack of black knives, which can be used later on in your account. There's also a few decent drops like adamant mace, a adamant 2H, which is amazing, black 2H. Basically any of the 2Hs are amazing. You're going to be able to get a lot of random items. Now it's totally up to you whether you want to go bank. Their bank is literally just 2 floors down, so it might be worth it if you're a newer account to go do that, but really nothing too crazy here. Now, the Defenders are 1 in 50. Remember, you're able to get bronze through rune on the top floor. After that, you need to go to the basement in order to get your Dragon Defender. And these can't be sold. They don't have GP. They're not tradable, so we're just going to kind of skip over those real quick. You have a 3 in 100 chance to get the herb drop table, and you can get herbs all the way from aguams to dwarf weeds. No torstals or anything like that, but they also don't drop these at an insane rate, so keep that in mind. You might get lucky with a few renars, but other than that, you're not really going to be getting a bunch of stuff off the herb table. Now, seeds is even less at 1 in 100. They drop decent seeds, but look, you're looking at 1 in 104K, 1 in 5K, 1 in 3K. Like, you're not really going to get anything good as far as seeds go. You have a 1 in 765 chance at the lowest, and that's for limpwort seeds, so I wouldn't expect to see any seeds. They also do drop coins at 1 in 3 and 1 in 10 at 3 coins to 102 coins and 5 coins to 204 coins. You will be getting a lot of coin drops here. You also have a chance to hit the gem drop table at a 2 in 100 chance, and obviously you're going to be able to get some gems potentially and then a few other things, but again, you're not going to be hitting that table very often. You are also to get long bones and a curved bone. I believe I got a long bone. I'll need to double check that here when we take a look. You can also have a 1 in 512 chance at getting a hard clue scroll. Now, as a reminder, there are basement Cyclops, and they are a higher level, but they give on average 1.8k worth of loot, which is great. They still give you big bones. They have the Dragon Defender at 1 in 100, which again isn't tradable, so no GP there. They also drop a lot better items. Essentially going to be looking at a 1 in 33 for a rune med helm, a 1 in 100 for a rune full helm, a 1 in 100 at a adamant square shield, a 1 in 25 at mithril plate legs, 1 in 25 for a adamant 2H, and a 1 in 20 for mithril kite shield. And the drops are more concise, but they're way better GP wise than the other Cyclops. There's a 4 in 100 chance that you're going to hit the herb drop table. You're going to be hitting the seed drop table at 3 in 100, and again, the rates are kind of crazy, so you're probably not going to be getting anything good. And again, you're probably only here just for your Dragon Defender, which is 1 in 100, so hopefully you don't hit this 1 in 255. They also drop coins at 1 in 9. You can get 96 coins, and 1 in 12.5. You get 350 to 449 coins. They also drop raw lobs, which is always nice for the HP because these things do hit hard if you don't have a high defense level or decent armor. You also have a 2 in 100 chance at the rare drop table, so a decent chance, but you're probably not going to be getting anything crazy out of this. I think I got the 3,000 coin drop, but you can get a bunch of stuff off of here. You can get spooned a dragon med helm, a rune kite shield. You can get some dragon stones. There's some decent stuff on here that you can get, but again, you're probably not going to hit it very often. And a 1 in 256 at a hard clue scroll, 1 in 400 at a long bone, and 1 in 5k at a curved bone. All right, so with that, let's take a look at the loot that I got. Now, I did go a little bit dry, nothing too crazy. The kills I got was 440 on the regular Cyclops, which again is over drop rate. For the higher level Cyclops in the basement for my Dragon Defender, I got my Defender in 62 kills. So keep that in mind when you're taking a look at this. And here is the loot. We got 475k. We killed 502 Cyclopes. Again, it doesn't differentiate on RuneLite. Now, you think 475k GP is actually really good, but honestly, it's not, because most of those were in big bones. You got 242k in big bones. So if you take that out, you're only looking at about 230k GP, but we did end up getting 4 rune med helms and 2 rune full helms, which was massive. Those are basically where a lot of the money is. You got 43k and 41k respectively. And then we have 9 adamant 2H swords. We got 16k in GP. We got 2 Renard drops, which is pretty insane. We got 4 Irates. We got 5 black 2Hs. Honestly, other than that, there wasn't anything crazy. These top couple levels are kind of what you're looking at as far as most of the GP goes. Otherwise, you're basically not getting most of the GP in general. So I would say about 230k profit is where I was at with that. Again, I went over drop rate about 90. Yeah, I went over drop rate 90 on the regular Cyclopses to get from bronze through rune on my defenders. So keep that in mind when you're taking a look at this. If you get stuck in the basement for longer, your loot is going to be way better. The loot is basically over 2 times. On average, when you're killing the Cyclops in the basement, you're going to get 2 times the loot that you would have gotten GP wise from the top floor of the Warriors Guild. So keep that in mind. But I just wanted to show you guys this because I thought it was interesting. Almost everybody in the game always goes for their Dragon Defender at some point in their account. So just kind of wanted to show this off, especially since I just did a guide on all this. With that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel if you're new, leave a like for the algorithm, and channel memberships are live. So if you're interested in getting all of my content early before everybody else does and supporting the channel, make sure you click the join button down below or in the description. That said, again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.